that's what we normally do with old surplus equipment,
Okay.
if anybody will buy it. Any other questions?
Nope.
Comments from anybody? Mr. McClung?
And where, for what department, or where is the additional appropriation going to come from?
This will come out of the streets
Street.
department.
Street?
Yes.
Okay. Street can do that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's all I needed.
Any other questions? All right, now I'm sorry, we had a motion and a second, and so that was a discussion, so now we'll have the roll call. Nobody else have anything? Seeing none, roll
Ready?
call.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Ms. Schneider?
Yes.
Mr. Meyer?
Yes.
Mr. McClung?
Yes?
Ms. Harmon?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
6-0. The resolution number will be 783. A resolution authorizing the mayor of Eureka Springs to apply for and, if awarded, accept a grant from USDA Rural Development. Whereas the city council has determined that the city of Eureka Springs meets eligibility requirements necessary to apply for a grant under the USDA Rural Development Community Facility Program, and whereas the city of Eureka Springs would, if awarded, use the community facility grant to purchase a bucket truck for the Eureka Springs Street Department. Whereas the city council recognizes the need for a new bucket truck, concurs with this project's importance, and supports the mayor of Eureka Springs in the effort to proceed with the same. Be it resolved by the city council of the city of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, that the mayor is hereby authorized to submit an application of formal request to the USDA Rural Development Community Facility Grant Program for purposes of securing grant funds in the maximum amount of $50,000 to aid and assist the city of Eureka Springs. This is a matching grant, with the city of Eureka Springs providing $47,324 for a project maximum total of $97,324. The mayor is further authorized to administer the grant funds for the same project if awarded.
Thank you. All right, that concludes our new business. I do want to add an item, kind of an agenda item, but see about adding a workshop for our mid-year budget review workshop for August 31st at 5 o'clock.
Is that a week from now?
That's a week from now, on a Monday,
Did you say 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
Okay.
I have another meeting at 6:30, so we're going to limit it to an hour and a half. If that's satisfactory with everybody, we can do that. And then at our next meeting in September, then we can go ahead and approve the mid-year budget as amended, so. Okay. Anybody else have an agenda item? Okay, ready for comments? Mr. McClung?
None.
Mr. Meyer?
I'm happy to see the budget figures. It's encouraging.
It is encouraging. All right, Ms. Harmon?
None.
Ms. Snyder?
Okay, this is for some explanation and hopefully very good news for our local voters. I checked with Connie Doss, who is our county clerk and more or less in charge of this part of the voting, the elections. She says anyone who wants to do a mail-in ballot in Carroll County, Berryville sorts its own mail. The rest of the county has the mail sent off to be sorted like, and I forget where it was that she said, but it gets sent off, then it gets returned. So there's got all this time delay in that regard. She has arranged so that anybody who has a mail-in ballot, if you put it in one of our blue mailboxes, which we do still have, or take it into the post office itself and put it in the local mail slot, all of our county post offices will be sorting their mail through the end of the election period. And any ballots that are in there, because the envelopes are very clear on that this is a mail ballot, a mail-in ballot. All of these are very, very clear, and those will be hand-delivered to her at the county seat. And they will immediately be put into the security box until Election Day to be counted. So we don't have to worry about any of these problems, okay? So use the blue box or the post office, the local slot. There you go. And she will be doing an article for the papers soon.
Okay.
Since I'm the,
That's it.
All right. Madam Clerk has something to add to that.
I don't want to be argumentative here, but since the clerk treasurer is the intermediary, I want to relay what my understanding is in conversation with Sherry Cochran, who is the Election Commission Coordinator, and Connie Doss, who is the county
Speaking of the
clerk.
microphone.
And that is that the ballots are to be dropped in the boxes outside the post office, and those will be collected separately. One of them was emphatic about not putting them in the box inside the post office to prevent commingling. I don't,
Okay.
so,
They may have changed this since she and I talked last week. So just to
Well,
be safe,
okay.
use the blue boxes outside. It's much easier that way.
thank you.
Okay. Ms. Green,
Just like Harry, happy with the numbers.
Mr. Thomas?
I'm happy with the new people that are going on our commissions. I'm very excited about that.
What did you say?
He's
I said
excited.
I'm very happy about the new commissioners.
Oh,
I'd like to have some Madam Clerk too, because we got a notification about the HDC abolishment of the HDC was going to be off the ballot, now it's back on the ballot.
the exact number of certified signatures.
Right. So, and I think it's called for the abolition of the HDC
Of the
commission.
commission.
Of the commission. So, just for everybody to know, that's going to be back on the ballot in November. So, also, a couple of other little items. We are, City Council, of course, been working last month and for the last 6 months in regarding the solar energy project with Integrity here at the council table, and it's been covered in local papers as well. The Arkansas Business Journal just ran a nice press release about our solar project that brought some questions from our citizens who weren't aware of the project. So I kind of want to recap a little bit about the good news. The project's going to include the immediate LED lighting upgrades for the police, fire station, public works, auditorium, wastewater treatment plant, Lake Leatherwood ball field, as well as HVAC upgrades in the auditorium. Thank you. And water-saving measures. We're going to see a lot of savings from this step in the city's annual operating budget. I think next year we'll see a big change in that. So we're expected to save our community over $750,000 over 25 years. And the life of this, that's the life of the project agreement. So put it into perspective, the solar project will generate enough energy to offset the electrical use for nearly 60 houses annually. They reduce the need to burn more than 560,000 pounds of coal, reduce the same amount of carbon in the atmosphere as 664 acres of forest, and offset 1.26 million miles driven by a passenger vehicle in a year. So this is the best path Eureka Springs could find toward achieving our goal of sustainability and maximizing our savings and bringing renewable energy to our city facility in a way that benefits Eureka Springs for years to come. And I want to thank the City Council and all the citizens for help in getting this going, because this has been a process. And now this brings me back to another one. I'm going to be kind of like a mother hen pecking at y'all, and I know it's a census 2020, but this is really important for the future of Eureka Springs. Census takers are now in Eureka Springs and in Carroll County, and if they haven't knocked on your door yet, please go to my2020census.gov and complete the online census. Just take a few minutes, and the important is so important, and the information is protected and confidential. And it really helps our community, because if we're not careful, we don't have that large a community anywhere, and I sure would hate to see us drop below 2,000 people, because actually for every person we have, we get a pretty nice sum of money back from the government. So please, sign up and do the census. And that's all I have. If I can get a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?